So I'm assuming if they were going to put 2 years into making it work, it's obviously going to work better than the last attempt. I think now it just becomes, can they continue the strength of the community? Because that was a big thing they said. Why did it take us 2 years to roll this out? Because we didn't need to roll it out, is what Todd said, like word for word. People weren't canceling, people weren't leaving. The community at that number was as strong as ever. So we wanted to get it right. We didn't want to, you never get a second chance to make your first impression. And I think you want it to work initially. And then obviously, because there's a phase 1, phase 2, the bigger new features are going to take, 6 months, 12 months, who knows. But in order for the business to exceed the $1 billion valuation, it couldn't be an incremental increase in users to the same features. It had to be an exponential, monumental increase in new platform, and then go after entirely new categories of businesses and users. People who want to launch a Shopify store, they don't even think about ClickFunnels, right? It's not even in their mind. People who are trying the blog, they're not thinking about ClickFunnels. So in order to grow to the level they needed to, they needed to tap into those markets. They needed to bring these features in. Sure, is it going to be perfect in month 1, 3, 6, 12? Probably not. But I think for them, the roadmap is, let's look at companies like HubSpot, $13 billion market cap, Stripe, almost $100 billion valuation. The big players in the space that are getting that, going to the next level, it's doing more things than just being a category king of one thing like they were, which was funnels. So whether everything works 100% or not, I don't think that's really more the argument or the question, because it's probably not going to. Let's call it a spade. Everything's not going to work right away to the level it's going to work. And there's still going to be preferential treatment of the people who were deep into their existing software, to change something. But the idea and the concept of being the all-in-one platform, and at least getting new people who are starting the business, starting their infrastructure there, the ability in 3, 5, 10 years to eventually get 250,000, 500,000, a million people on the all-in-one platform after they fix the features and are constantly improving them over time. I'm sure it's not only possible, but in their minds, the only logical reason to keep going, because they're both rich beyond all belief. It's the fastest growing privately funded SaaS startup in the world. Most people raise hundreds of millions of dollars to do what they've done. They self-funded everything off the backbone of their own front-end funnels. It's, arguably the most disruptive bootstrapped company ever, right? How many companies reached $1 billion valuation on the backbone of their own revenue without any funding? I have no idea, but I guarantee the list isn't long, especially in the SaaS space. So when you think about that, it's like, if they don't want to exit, which clearly they didn't, there's no other choice they have than to keep going and take it to this next exponential level. So I think if you believe in Russell, if you believe in Todd, if you believe in the team, if you believe in the community and culture they've established, and you value that more than the micro features of different competing platforms, and there's been a million funnel builders that have come and gone, every single day, but they're still standing the test of time. That's where I'm at. It's like, I just put my faith in these guys, and I know they're brilliant people, and there's a lot of things they need to figure out. I'm sure they're going to do their best to figure it out. And I would rather have a platform where I can do everything on one than continue this bifurcation of all these different softwares I'm using to do all these different things. So it's the dream. Will the dream become a reality? Only time will tell.
But I remember hearing Russell Brunson, he was at a Tony Robbins event. I remember this is on YouTube. And he was talking about how he has all these new competitors that are coming after him, but they're all chasing where he was, 5 years ago. What I'm concerned about with this one is that that's kind of what they're doing when they're trying to create these features, like an active campaign or a Kajabi built in, where they're trying to build what Kajabi built 5 years ago. I mean, maybe that's what the strategy, right? Hey, let's this is a 5-year play. Maybe that is what they're doing.
Let's use what Instagram did. Snapchat's killing it. Let's just copy that and make it Instagram stories. Now Snapchat's dead. Oh, TikTok's killing it. Let's copy the entire user interface of TikTok. And TikTok is surviving a lot stronger than Snapchat did, but who knows? Because I think it's that people don't want to change platforms. They don't. So if you can keep like the loyal people on your platform who love you for funnels more than they love the other things for the other things, they want it to work. So they're going to stick with you through the bumpy road. And then you just go to all the new people who don't have an online business yet, but they're going to start one in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 3, 5 years, right? And then you bring them, once they bring their business online, they get started with the all-in-one solution. I mean, to me, that's the play.
Yeah, I hope they will build their products for not for the user who's buying it, but for the ones that they're selling to. I want to have a community platform that's actually engaging, that people, is going to help build that retention and help people keep people there, and have all those sort of, social engineering, within it. Whereas I think that they're trying to sell this idea of a membership site to the person who wants to build a membership site. It's not, the features are not there to service my clients. And most people don't know that stuff. If they're going upstream to a more sophisticated market, they might be more aware of kind of the needs to, create more retention and to build community and to do all that stuff. Russell Brunson's a very charismatic person. He could probably put his course on anything, and you're going to watch it and you're going to get value out of it because you're going to love it. But most people are not. Right? Most people are just getting started. It could be their first course. So I would love to see more ways that they could kind of use technology to help their customers be able to better engage and retain their users, right? So that's where I really hope membership sites and all stuff like email stuff can work independently. I can use it in many ways. There's going to be integrations. There'll be a focus on that. I think that's the biggest thing with switching to any email platform is integrations. And like, for example, I use ConvertBox for all my pop-ups on my website and stuff like that, right? And I use ActiveCampaign for like 4 different websites. So if I'm now going to switch over to ClickFunnels, I'm going to be able to do the same stuff, right? Like it's very flexible how I can use ActiveCampaign, right? And then when it comes to membership stuff, there's a lot of, you go on AppSumo right now, you're going to find 5 or 6 different membership site things. You pay one-time fee of $50 and I can host my course there. It's going to have a lot of features, right? It's very similar to like Kajabi. Most people are unaware of this in the marketplace, are unaware you can buy a lifetime deal of $50 and host your whole,